All right, guys, how's it going? So Fabio Carvalho sold to Brentford in a deal worth up to £27.5 million, including add-ons. And it also includes a 17.5 sell-on clause for Liverpool. We expected him to be sold, right? I know some people thought he might be loaned out, but if we to believe about those them talks with Wolves when they were trying to include him in a potential deal with Wolves for 30 million, it was obvious they were trying to get him out. And I don't know about you, but I don't think Arne Slot decided he didn't want him. I think that was the hierarchy. I wanted to see Fabio Carvalho. I wanted to see what he could do, to be honest with you, under this new manager, head coach, whatever you want to call him. But no, that's good news, because I think Liverpool do need to get some of these, these players out that are maybe not going to be involved in that, instead of loaning them. And it's a cash injection, right? And that helps other stuff that we're trying to do. Do you know what I mean? So I guess that's, I don't know, we were talking about it on the stream earlier. By the way, all the journos are jumping on it now. But it was Joyce that went with it, and very specific details, very specific, knowledge, about the sell-on clause, exactly the percentage. So clearly Joyce briefed there from within Anfield. So again, Joyce, I think, Joyce and Ornstein, the only two people that you need to follow if you're on social media, to be honest with you. So this now, in theory, gives a bit more financial clout to Liverpool if you want. You shouldn't have to sell to buy, but you know what FSG are like. You know what I mean? Hey, it's done, it's over. We don't have to waffle on about it. When Pedro Neto was sold to Chelsea, my conversation with you was, do those talks now stop? Because, there was talk that Carvalho was trying to be using a deal to get Pedro Neto. It's claimed that Liverpool offered 30 million plus 8 million in add-ons for Pedro Neto, and that Wolves were asking for Carvalho, and Liverpool slapped a valuation of 30 million on. So it would have been like for like, really, and you can see why maybe Wolves were not particularly attracted to that. But with that, with Pedro Neto leaving and having his future resolved, it left me wondering, will those conversations with Wolves continue for Aït-Nouri, for example? Some people might even think Gomez. Would Carvalho be used in a potential deal there, for Aït-Nouri, for example? But this kind of it absolutely closes that door. There isn't going to be any kind of part exchange deal with Wolves now. I did wonder if Wolves would come in, with a firm offer for him. Maybe they did. Maybe it wasn't as good. I don't know. But what we do know is that Carvalho is going to Brentford. It'll be interesting to see how his career develops now. And it's very funny because, on social media, everyone's now saying that Richard Hughes and Edwards is a genius and everything. But who knows? I don't know. Anyway, so I just thought I'd touch base with you about that in case you're not aware. Like I say, I'd like to have seen him under Arne Slot, but hey, you know what? If Liverpool can get 20 million or whatever for him and potential to earn more, I mean, we don't know what the upfront fee is, but it's going to be a decent amount of money, and we can now use that through Mendy, or anyone else. So things are starting to fall into place. I think it's a significant development, this, guys. I really do. I know it's an outgoing, and you only want to see incomings. But I think that if they start, if they move players out like that, or Tyler Morton maybe, or some people might even say Joe Gomez, I think it's a good thing. Honestly, I think it's a good thing. And, let's see what happens now with Real Sociedad. When I saw that Joyce, had come out, I was like that straight away. Is it? No. So just listen out for Paul Joyce. I want to stress this to you. Forget so much about Carvalho, but with Joyce knowing the absolute specifics and being the first one, saying about how much the sell-on clause is, and that tells you that someone is in his ear. So that's good. All right, guys, I'll leave it with. Did you hear that bang? I think that's Remy with his new bone that I bowled him earlier. I'm just going to have a cup of tea, and we will be live on here at 7:30 UK this evening for Saturday night streaming until late, I guess. If you do come along this evening, we do have our own private server for the audio and video. All you have to do is read the video description, but we do use the chat room on here. So you can pop out the video player from the other page, drag it across, or use 2 devices. All you have to do is ask in the chat if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, and that's it. All right, guys, so Fabio Carvalho sold. What do you think about that? Yeah, it's all right. Bit of coin. No excuses now, you know, for these fuckers to spend a bit of money. So let me know what you think, guys. And if you're not joining me on the stream later, do have a great weekend.